never not with one squeeze of the trigger.
So I didn't want to spend too long on the gameplay. I just wanted to show the accuracy on it. As long as you keep upgrading the gun, you're going to keep one-shotting them, provided you put it in the head or directly in the chest at not that far off range. When you aim down the sight, you put it in the chest, you can still take them out with the one-shot long range. But the hip fire, you won't take them out real long range like you will with the aiming down the sight, but you can stick and move very well, as you saw. Um, as long as you keep upgrading the gun, even up until wave 15, you're still going to be like one-shotting them with good placed shots, and you shoot them in the head. It's even further than that. But gonna get into the build now. I just want to give a shout out to Scruffy because he pointed out that I really should take a second look at the Einhorn revolving. I was really leaning towards the combat shotgun because I played with a Pack-a-Punch 3 version of both of them at first, and I didn't get the good mag, but you know, with the 14 rounds, I mean 18 rounds, sorry, this gun actually is really good, especially with the rate of fire. So I'm going to take the tighter spread for the hip fire accuracy. As you saw, this is pretty much a build for somebody that can actually handle high turn rates and can land those hip fire shots, because when you ADS you slow down, but this is a build for somebody that can actually handle the hip fire. Now if you want to swap it off the hip fire, this still is the best gun. I'd still highly recommend this. um, just go for more of the ADS versus the hip fire. Go for your vertical and horizontal. We don't really need the sprint to fire because we're not sprinting into ADS, we're sprinting into hip fire. So this is really nice right here. 25% fire rate, 6.8 on the hip accuracy, and we don't lose that much in the range for how we're playing this. Once we get going in the waves, we're going to be pretty much swarmed all the time anyway. So we're not sitting there and aiming and taking down far range targets. And even when we want to, you still can. Like, that 30% reduced range isn't preventing you from ADSing targets in the distance. Now, the sight is obviously going to be your choice, but I like this because it's wide open and it gives me a really good field of view for when I do use it. I'm never trying to really be sitting there and picking them off unless I know I got nothing on my six potentially coming in. Next up, I'm going to take this for the hip fire accuracy, aim down sight. When I do use that, ADS, walking speed, sprint to fire is still good. We lose nothing off the centering and the flinch. I mean, it just doesn't make a difference. So we got 4 gains, 1 in the category that really playing this build off of. And the aim down sight time and the sprint to fire time is really nice just to have when we do use it. So really good mod right there for the build. Next up, I'm going to be taking a little bit on the vertical and horizontal, and the centering doesn't really make too much of a difference. It's nice if you do go and you just run up on the boss dude and you aim ADS a couple quick shots. But overall, don't want to lose anything right here. Most of these are losses with gains that we just don't need. This is 3 gains that they do help occasionally, especially when you do run into the ADS on the boss. That actually comes in handy really a lot there. Enough so that we are landing all crit shots when we place the headshot on them, so it is real nice. We're going to take the 7 round mag, 18 rounds. We need those rounds because this gun is definitely weaker at long range, and it's not as powerful as like the combat. Like, we're playing close range, and once we get up in the highways and we gotta put 2 shots into dudes, definitely want that 18 round mag. And lastly, just gonna be taking some more hip fire accuracy because it gives us hip fire accuracy and it gives us no negatives. So gonna be taking this right here, and that is accidentally just unequipped all, but that was my build for the Einhorn, or however you pronounce it, revolving shotgun, and some gameplay of it. Definitely the best starting gun you can use, even if you just have it on you so you can upgrade it to deal with the bosses. You just run up on them and end them. Combat shotgun is really good too. I mean, even up until wave 20 with the Ether Shroud. And by the way, I personally do recommend the Ether Shroud. I don't like the Ring of Fire anymore because when you use it, it doesn't actually even start on you. It just starts like in some location near you. I mean, if it started on you, I'd have to reconsider and use it again a little bit. But right now, I like the Ether Shroud the best. It's great to just go run up and end the boss real quick and get to a good vantage point. With this shotgun, you can end the boss real quick, like 1 to 2 seconds. Unless you're going up into like wave 50 or like some crazy number. But if you get the legendary perks for slowing the enemy and the massive critical shots, you can do 45,000 damage per shot on an up close shot. So this gun just straight ends bosses. And the Ether Shroud allows you to do it very easily and close the gaps. So I recommend the Ether Shroud. And now in the video, that is my build, my best starting build for zombies. I hope that helps.